So Tielemans has actually signed for Manchester United. In today's video, we'll sort of try to talk about how it's going to help us tactically, because we have been able to not make a lot of videos recently because of some issues, but we are going to be making videos here on Tactical Trafford to give you all the Manchester United updates. So very often you're going to see many teams in the Premier League press man-to-man and try to lure oppositions into uncomfortable zones. But with Tielemans, Manchester United is actually very, very secure, because Tielemans is that player that is going to bring a lot of quality, both in the first phase, both in the second phase, and both in the third phase. And we know that he plays the same position as Kobbie Mainoo and they offer similar traits. But Tielemans just edges Kobbie Mainoo over with some passing abilities. But let's get into that very shortly. So with Tielemans, in situations last season, you know that in pressing situations last season, Manchester United actually struggled to play out from the back, because we just have Martinez and Kobbie Mainoo that are good in press assistant situations. Even though Kobbie Mainoo is press assistant, we also had Casemiro alongside him, who was not really good in terms of playing out from the back. But with Kobbie Mainoo, of course, we are rest assured that he's going to receive the ball with his back to go and try to play out from the back. But very often last season, Manchester United really struggled to play out from the back, and we resorted to playing long balls, winning second balls, and try to progress. But with Tielemans in the midfield, Manchester United is going to sort of up their level, because in situations whereby Manchester United wants to build up, and of course, Tielemans gives it to either Martinez, or he plays it directly to Tielemans. Tielemans is somebody that can be able to receive the ball with his back to go, and is somebody that even when he pressed, he can be able to receive the ball with his left or his right, and has this ability to swiftly just turn and then give a disastrous pass that is going to destroy the setup of the opposition team. Because of course, very often last season, Manchester United, we are being forced to not build up from the back, and we are being forced to lose the ball with the opposition. And we also know that Unai Emery likes to build up from the back, regardless of the situation. Aston Villa likes to build up from the back, and Tielemans very often is the player that receives the ball directly from Martinez. So he's used to receiving the ball with his back to go and try to orchestrate the play. And with Tielemans in Manchester United first phase, automatically you know that Manchester United is going to be elevated, because in a situation where he swiftly turn away from his opposition, or try to, receive the ball, try to use one touch pass to beat his opposition, you know that he's going to give a wondrous pass in behind. And with Manchester United having a lot of runners like Sesko, Mbeumo, Amad Diallo, potentially Marcus Rashford coming back, you know that Tielemans is going to have a lot of guaranteed assists next season. So with Tielemans being very comfortable on the ball, that is going to make a lot of teams scared to press Manchester United. Because when you have a player that is press assistant and that is very good on the ball, it's going to be a waste of time for the opposition to keep pressing, because they are not going to win the ball. And so if opposition refuse to press Manchester United, that means that Manchester United are going to be playing against lots of low block teams, because any team that wants to play Manchester United are going to be setting up in a low block shape. That means that we need a specialist that can be able to break down this low block. And you know that Manchester United last season, majority of the times where we had, we played a lot of low block teams like Everton and Brentford and co, Manchester United couldn't play. We struggled a lot. Teams like West Ham, we couldn't break them down because they were in a very low block compact shape. So Manchester United usually find it very hard to play against low block teams. But Tielemans, Manchester United have something a bit different, because for a very long time, Manchester United have not have a CM or a CDM that can be able to constantly drop in the middle, orchestrate the play like a kind of Rodri or Sergio Busquets, somebody that can be able to, control forward and backward movements, constantly dominate possession, orchestrate the play, and try to finally give those through balls in behind at the end of the day. Manchester United have not really had that commanding central midfielder or defensive midfielder that can be able to play constantly in this defensive midfield position and orchestrate the play. But with Tielemans, Manchester United is going to have that, because Tielemans likes to have more of the ball, and Dos Santos likes to have more of the ball. If you look at the consistent word that they keep saying in the interviews, that they want to have more of the ball, they want to play under possession, they want to hold more of the possession, they want to dominate possession, they want to dominate the play. So that is what we should be expecting from Michael Carrick next season, and that is why you see players like Tielemans and Dos Santos being bought at Manchester United. So with Tielemans, Manchester United can be able to break down low block teams. He's somebody that can constantly, whilst dominating the play, he can be very, very dangerous. And so in a situation whereby Manchester United are being pressed man to man, and of course, when teams are being pressed man to man, the opposition are going to always be enticed by the ball. They are going to be controlled by the ball. They are going to be controlled by the movement of the ball. So whenever a player wants to receive the ball, they are always eager to bite. They are always eager to be aggressive, to try to win the ball as quickly as possible. So for instance, Harry Maguire is with the ball, and then he launches to Bruno Fernandes. Of course, the man of Bruno Fernandes is going to be aggressive. He's going to try to win that ball very quickly. So what Bruno is going to do is going to set it to somebody like Tielemans. And of course, when he gives the ball to Tielemans, he's going to have the pitch in his front, right in his front. So he's going to have a clear picture of the pitch. He's going to have a clear picture of what he wants to do. So of course that leaves him with the ability to be able to play those dangerous long balls inside, and of course he's somebody that can be able to play those long balls inside half spaces, or he can be able to spot players that are in space. So to see the passing map of Tielemans, you're going to find out that he has every available pass in his locker. There is no pass that Tielemans cannot give. And so having this kind of quality in the second phase is definitely everything Manchester United needs, because it completely changed our approach in the second phase, and it completely changed the approach of how the opposition team wants to play against Manchester United. So I want you guys to quickly give me your thoughts on the comment section on if Tielemans is the best player for Manchester United, on if this tactical attribute he's bringing to Manchester United is definitely what Manchester United are currently missing at the moment. I want you guys to like, to share, to subscribe to Tactical Trafford. See you guys in my next video.